So today's class, glad you're here. And today's class is all about the easy guide to tech you need now. This is always an evolving class because new tech always comes out, and tech is great about building on more resources and making things more helpful for everybody. So I'm going to share today some great stuff, and hopefully you can use it. And as always, if you have any questions, please jump in, and we appreciate you being here today. And if you're watching this later, as always, we're glad you're watching it whenever that is. And I hope just reach out anytime if you have any questions for us here at the Jeff Stempler team. So this is our team. I'm going to introduce everybody today because Jeff is on the meeting, but he's also having to do his own continuing education. And I don't know if everybody knows that, but as licensed loan officers, we are required to do about 10 hours of continuing education every year. And so Jeff just happens to do his today. And he is the lead of our team. He's our loan originator. He is the connector of people and details and realtors. And so he is a great guy to work with. We've been working together now 5 years. Adam Barnes, he is also a licensed loan originator, and he is Jeff's right-hand man. And normally, Adam's the one your clients are going to connect to most. And if you have a realtor, you're going to talk to Adam the most. He's going to take that application from them and help them determine which program best meets their needs. And so he and Jeff have been working together now, I think 9 years, but that changes because I can't remember that number. And so anyway, I'm Jennifer Singh. Like I said, I've been working with Jeff for 5 years. I started as a marketing assistant, and now I'm business relationship manager. So among other things, I get to work on some operations things, but also I get to help ensure that your clients have an amazing experience now. And I also get to teach these classes, which I love because I get to share resources that we use that have helped our business grow, that you can use to help your business grow. And that's why I share. We don't share these because we get a cut of this or anything like that. We share these resources because they can help you just like they help us. And Keena Jones is our newest member of our team, and we love having her here. She is our marketing guru. And so if you ever have a specific need you need with marketing, you need a listing report, you need something, call Keena, and she will help you out and help set you up. And she knows all the good stuff, and she'll make your life easier. So you don't need to hire a marketing person for yourself sometimes. You can just connect us, and Keena will be glad to help you with that. So let's get rocking and rolling today. So our main topics today, we're going to cover ways to do bulk text, phone services, voicemail drops, Google reviews, and then also some ways that we can help make this easier for you. I know tech is not always the most exciting subject. You might look like Alec Baldwin over there going, I'm bored. But it is a way to make your life easier, and it's a way you can spend some time setting it up, and then you'll have more freedom for time freedom, and also you'll be able to make some more money in the future by helping your business grow. So the most important takeaway for us today is you do not have to do this all yourself. Please, if tech is not your internal language, if you do not speak tech, I highly recommend hiring somebody. There are a lot of college students out here that are looking for work this summer because they're not working at summer camps, or their internship did not work out this summer because of quarantining and such. They are great people to hire for this because it just comes naturally to a lot of them because they have grown up doing this. My 10-year-old, I've got two 10-year-old twins. They're in 4th grade, and this week they had to do a PowerPoint presentation for a class, and they had to use graphics and videos and such, and it had to be list their resources and all of that. And I thought, I didn't learn to do that probably until I was in grad school, maybe, because I just didn't have to. And now 10-year-olds, that's just part of who they are, and it's not a thing for them. So I highly recommend hiring somebody if this is not your thing. Also, I'm going to give you many resources. It's going to feel like a fire hose. I do not intend for you, or don't think it's a smart idea, go and do all of these all at once, okay? Start with one that figure out what is the pain point for you right now, what is causing you the most frustration right now. Okay, that's the thing you need to start now. That's the thing you need to try now first. And then start adding things to that as you identify ways you need to grow this. I'm also going to give you kind of a wide variety. Most of these things are fairly expensive. There's only one that's pricey because I realize that sometimes people are like, oh, just jump in and try it and it's not that bad. And I don't want you to go out and commit a ton of money to something and then find out, oh, I just signed your contract or a 6-month contract on this and it's not for me. It's not a good fit for me. A lot of this, I also recommend that, if you're not going to hire somebody and you are going to do it yourself, get on, see if you can get a free trial for it and see if it makes sense to you. Everybody's brain works differently. And so what comes intuitively easy to somebody might not come intuitively easy to you, and you need a different resource. As always, I am here for you, and I am happy to schedule a one-on-one. If you decide to use, any of these programs as such, call me, we can schedule a one-on-one and I can help you walk through, and we'll do a Zoom meeting and we'll share our screens. And so that way I can go, no, this is the box on the left there. For these things, it's once you use it once and somebody kind of walks you through it, it's super easy to do. Okay. The most important thing I want you to take away with this is your job is sales. It is not tech. So don't allow your focus to be distracted and you spend all your time setting up this new perfect texting program or calling program or stuff, and you're neglecting your number one focus, which should be sales. Tech is there to make your sales life easier, not to be a substitute for doing what you do best. So stay focused is my other healthy reminder. Okay. So 2 programs that we have used in the past, bulk texting. This allows you to send one message. This allows you to type a message one time and it's sent to many people. The advantage of this is, unlike if you're going to do a group text on your phone, you do not see, everybody doesn't see that they are being bulk texted. So you get to, so they think they're getting an individual text from you versus that you just send a message out to 200 people, okay, or 100 people. The 2 resources that we have, there's several out there. One is Text Magic and one is MightyText. They work very similarly. Different price points, so it just kind of depends on how much you use it for. Text Magic, when it says 4 cents a text, that isn't 4 cents per text you send. That's 4 cents for every person that you text. Okay, so if you text 100 people, it's going to count as 100 people, even if you're sending them the same text. There's some people that had some questions about that in the past. The nice information, the thing is, if you have an assistant, anyone with your account information can log in and text and text as you if they wish. Also, It can sync with your phone and anybody. You can also text from your computer. This is perfect if you are like me sometimes, and you've got you've got the fingers that are just typing other things, and so it's much easier to edit, especially if you're sending a longer message. So those two resources, and by the way, at the end, I'm going to send you a link, and it's got all these resources, so you don't have to write them down. I'm going to send you a link that has links to all of these, and you can get to it, okay? Next, phone services. This works great for calling large lists of people quickly. It is an automatic dialer. And so what it will do is it will, you can call without stopping. And so you could call up to 85 people an hour. And that's if you've got the 3-line plan. I would not recommend that. Do the 1-line plan. So it's dialing one number at a time for you. It works very quickly because you can just work through it. And I think the best thing about this is it helps you to be accountable for calling a lot of people at once, and not, sometimes I'm like, oh, I'm going to call these 20 people, and I hang up from a call, and then suddenly I get distracted by 3 other things, or I'm sending 3 other emails and I still haven't gotten through that list. This is just call after call after call. It also allows you to pre-record a voicemail, so you don't have to keep leaving the same voicemail every single time. You can leave an individual voicemail if you want to personalize that, but you do not have to. The 2 services that I'm the most familiar with are Mojo and Phone Burner. These are going to be, this is going to be the most pricey tech out there that you're looking at. But if you were a person and you're really committed to making a lot of calls, this would be the thing I would probably start with, because it will just help you a lot and get that through. Mojo has a lot of bonuses that you can add to it and extra things you can have. It can work as your CRM. It has marketing integration now, so you can actually do emails from it. You can create labels and envelopes from it as well. It will actually, even now, has data on there about FSBOs and off the market things, and you can integrate that with some of the other texts that are out there if you use Boomtown or something like that. But you can start with just doing it to make calls. That is pretty much all we do with it now. We make calls. And Jeff uses it pretty much every Monday and Tuesday, and I use it most Thursdays. I mean, so we use it a lot. Another thing we love is Ringless voicemail. And this is great if you want to leave a voicemail for a lot of people. Why would you want to leave a voicemail instead of just calling somebody, and if they're not there, leave a message? One, you can record your voicemail one time, and it can go out to 20 people. We recently did this with a list of people that we thought would be interested in refinancing their homes. And so we had like 20 names that we thought were really good candidates, and said, hey, let's talk about refinancing your home. The numbers look good. Give me a call back at the time of your convenience so we can talk about the details on that. Because not everybody's going to be home. And so this is a quick way to get out to a lot of people. If you are going to do an event, this would be a great way to call all your, leave a message for all your past clients. To say, hey, we're doing a customer appreciation event at, so-and-so park, please join us for a barbecue. It's much faster than calling them one by one. And so it's also much less expensive than Mojo. So if you are just kind of dipping your toe into that water, Slybroadcast. You can also, the nice thing about Slybroadcast is you can do it as a one-off. You don't have to have a subscription to it if you wish. This is also a great way if you're going on vacation and you still want to stay in contact with those clients, the week you're gone, but you don't want to call everyone individually and check in and see how things are going, or if they need to schedule a showing or something like that. So you could pre-record this before going on vacation and then send it out, while you're on vacation. So you could be sitting on the beach and calling your clients at the same time, and your phone be up at the beach house. I'm not going to go in depth here with the Google reviews because I have so many times in the past, because I just think they are so valuable here. But I am going to, there is a link in our final link with all the information in it. There is some great stuff in here on how to set that up and how to get the reviews. This is the way you get your name up on that SEO list. So when somebody searches Realtor Rockville, you want your name to be at the top of that list. Most people, you can do that by paying a lot of money. And there are companies out there who will do this. This is a way to get yourself quickly up on that search list without spending money, which, hey, I don't know about you, but I am a huge fan of kind of working around the system here. It's all perfectly legal, but a lot of realtors are not using Google reviews right now. And when Google is listing people, they're going to take the Google reviews plays a huge way of jumping your name up on that algorithm of listing versus a Yelp or a Zillow. Okay. Next. Any questions about Google reviews? Anybody had any experience with them? Anybody? Anybody? Okay. So, handwritten notes. As you know, here at the team, we love to send out handwritten notes a lot. And we send them out to all our past clients about once a month. Nobody on our team has time to write 700 notes a month. We just don't. We'd love to, but it's just, well, let's be honest, that's just not going to happen. So we found some ways to work around this. One is there is a great website called Calligraphr.com. Notice that the E is left out of that. And don't worry, once again, like I said, links on that. That you just, you write they'll have a template right there for free. You write all your letters out and it turns your personal handwriting into a font. And so therefore you can print cards and notes and everything, and it's in your handwriting. If you're going to do it, I recommend doing it in blue ink. So you can have that note written. You can use a copier to print it out afterwards, or you can just print it up as, you know, on your own personal printer. There's also a website called Handwrytten.com that will send out personalized notes, handwritten notes, cards with a stamp on it. All you have to do is type up the note that you wish, upload your addresses, and it will send it out. The Handwrytten.com, it is more expensive because you are, you know, somebody's handwriting a note for you, putting a stamp on an envelope and such. But it's a great way to make a big impression. But if you want to know more about how the handwritten notes work on a copier and the details behind that, you know, step-by-step details, happy to talk with you about that and how we are able to do that. Because, you know, like I said, Jeff can't write 700 personalized notes a month to all our past clients, because if he did, I'm fairly sure he couldn't actually close a loan. But we want our past clients to know how important they are, because, you know, I think I've said this before in several meetings that we have done, is that our past clients are often our #1 referral source. And so we want them to regularly feel the love from us, because they are so important and so valuable to us. And last thing is something we offer within house, and glad to offer this up for you if you want to partner up with us, and we can talk about getting it set up. Is as you know, there's a lot of research out there that most clients, from the time you talk to them the very first time, it takes about 4 months for them to purchase. And other research has shown that realtors tend to call the first couple weeks and they're really good about it. And then, but then they kind of drop it because they haven't made that motion to get, to actually purchase a home. And so you can lose clients that way, or potential clients and potential buyers are that way. And so there is a great website a web service that we use that allows us to follow up consistently with your clients, your long-term leads, for a long extended period of time. We can send co-branded stuff that includes emails, calls, text to them, and it gets you in there. So you could stop feeling guilty or overwhelmed by going, okay, how do I stay in touch with these leads? How do I keep at it? Well, you don't have to. Let us be that in-house follow-up team for you. We are happy to do it. If you are, and we have scripts written out for all of this, for the calls and the emails and the texts for months. If you are interested in that, shoot myself or Jeff an email after class, and we can talk about getting you set up for that and what that is involved, and no cost to you, of course. And we would love to help you with that. So that has been a lot of tech today. I know that has been a fire hose. Does anybody have any questions right now that I can answer? Because I would be happy to answer them. Anybody? Okay. Here. Okay, so I'm going to send this link to you. It's a tiny URL/tech for realtors. That includes a link to every resource I mentioned here today, and we would love to help you with those. Just click on that. It should give you, and it'll look like a bookshelf here. Here, actually, I'll show it to you. And it'll look like a bookshelf, and you just open it up, and you can click on it. /type tech 4. So what you'll see is Jeff's smiling face there at the over here at the water cooler, but we've got links to all that tech that I mentioned over there, and you just click on it and it will tell you, and it will take you to the text magic that we discussed and such, MightyText. It also has a link in there with like the Google reviews. I do the breakdown there on how to get started on that. And the link on that long-term lead follow-up. So just click on that, check it out. Feel free to ask any questions. Ask if you want, as always, we want your referrals, because referrals are our favorites. And we would love to talk to your clients and make you shine as well in the process. And let's see, I've got something in the chat. Let me see if there's a question I have here. Oh, thanks, Bob. And next class, we're going to be on July 16th. So we're going to go back to the monthly classes. Didn't want to do it the week after 4th of July because I know a lot of people are just on vacation that mode, even if they're at home. So we're going to do that July 16th. This one's going to be different. That's tech that will make your life easier, specifically a lot of apps. It will be different than this class, equally helpful. But there's going to be some other apps that I did not introduce today, but all things that I think could make your life easier, because that is what I am about. So I want to make your life easier so that you can go out and do what you do best, which is sell some real estate. And I know we've got a great bunch here and a great bunch that'll be watching later. So thank you for your time today. We know you could just about do anything with this hour, and we are truly honored here from the Stempler team that you chose to spend it with us. Jeff, do you have a second? You want to jump in and say thanks, or if you
Sure.
I got a class going on. You might hear it in the background, but hey, thanks for everybody attending. Please follow up with me if you have any questions about this or any mortgage questions. Thanks a lot.
Thanks, Jeff. So everybody, I hope you have a great day. If you have a class idea, I'm always looking for new ones. Since I try to do a new one that's very beneficial for you each month, just give me a buzz because I'd love to know it because we are here to serve you. Have a great day and take care, and we'll chat soon. Thank you.
Great job, Jennifer.
Thank
Great
you.
job.